Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. But first things first, we're leading things off with the head baseball coach for the Riverside Poly Bears, Billy Ermert. Coach, listen, really appreciate the time for you jumping on here on the Inland Sports Show. You guys are off to a great start, but we know the Ivy League, man, it's got some good baseball. There's some good players. There's some good coaches. I know, again, off to a strong start, 3-1 in league play, but when you look at the Ivy League from top to bottom, man, there's a lot of good teams, Coach.
Yeah, man. First of all, hey, Pep, thanks for having us on, dude. Really excited. But yeah, you're right. It's exciting to be in a league where everybody's competitive. You know what I mean? We have a lot of athletes, a lot of great coaching going on in the league. And it's fun to be a part of. So yeah, we're off to a good start, but we have to continue to keep at it. And there's not a team in the league that you can just roll. You know what I mean? You have to show up and you have to have energy, and that's what makes it fun. And that's what's great about high school sports.
You know, Coach Ermert, I've talked to other baseball coaches and some frustration right now because of the weather. And I know, listen, the state of California, man, we need rain. We got to get out of this drought, and it's been great. But I've talked to some other coaches who are like, especially the teams that have some younger players, and they just need to get some at-bats or get innings on the mound. And they're just like, man, can we just catch a break? We need to get the guys out there so we're ready for league. And now we're already in league, and now we can get ready for playoffs. I mean, what's been the early season like for you guys in just terms of trying to get practices in, trying to get games in, and just trying to get better?
I'll tell you what, man, it's been wild. It's always been a thing in California where you always hope for rain and then you never get it. And then baseball season starts and it's a ton of rain. But this year has been absolutely astounding with just the weather that we've had to deal with. And, and the games we have to reschedule. And like you said, trying to prepare it and practice and make practice meaningful. What I've been blessed with and what we've been blessed with is with a group of guys that are really resilient, really hardworking, and they want to be out there, right? When we're rained out of a practice, they are upset. You know what I mean? And that's not typical of a lot of young men, at that age. So that's great because we try to not take days off unless we're forced to. We're going to get out there and we're going to figure out a way to get something done productive. And I'm just really proud of the group and their kind of buy-in and their resiliency, because it is difficult when you start to have momentum and then it's a rain out and it's another rain out and we're in the classroom and we're trying to find something productive. But they've been really responding well.
Well, Coach, let's do a little name dropping. I know Nate Albrecht, he's off to a great start. That guy's a hit machine. But who are some of the guys leading the way for the Bears this season?
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Nathan Albrecht is an absolute monster. His physicality is just through the roof, and he's going to do amazing things. And on top of it, he's a great kid. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of him, and he's going off. Polk for us on the mounds. Kean Polk has just been a competitor. He's dynamite, right? We always say he has ice in his veins. He doesn't feel anything, man, because he just gets up there and goes. And first pitch strike, and I'm going to get after it, and I'm going to throw the curveball for a strike. And it's just a really quiet demeanor, and we're really proud of him there. We have a lot of leadership with guys like our center fielder, Mattson. He can run, he can throw, guy can hit, you know what I mean? But he's just a real presence, and he's really done a lot of things. I'm excited for what he's going to do. We have one thing that I'm really proud of with our group is our physicality across. I think that this might be our most physical group. Worked really, really hard in the weight room. And I owe that to also my assistant coach that would run the morning lifting, because I have 3 little kids and I'm getting them ready for school and stuff. And he's like, hey, I got this, because that's the only time we can get in the weight room. And the guys really responded, and they're seeing it pay dividends. And so, and that's a shout to him. He's a product of Coach Adcock, who, thanks for the shout out, Coach Adcock, the other day. He's a legend for sure. But yeah, I've been really blessed with that. The fact that, guys are really buying in. So, there's a ton of names. Mason Schumacher has been really doing it on the mound for us this year, and he's been one of our starters. And we have a sophomore third baseman who's never played the position before, and he's got a great baseball body, and he's just going to be an absolute stud with a bright future. There's, the Luke Madore at shortstop, you know what I mean? Aaron Garcia at second. Soto at first. I mean, there's so many guys that can be named, but one thing that I think is really awesome about them is they all have a role and they believe in the role, and it's been really special. So yeah, name dropping, absolutely, man. I probably left a lot out, so I'm gonna text you.
Coach, when you say physicality, it's like the most physical team you've been around. Are you talking about just these guys are stronger, they're faster, like they're just, I don't know, not that baseball players are not good athletes, but these guys are really good athletes?
I would say so. I think that one thing about them is not only are they physical in regards to strength and ability, like they can run and we can get guys in motion, but they really believe in it. Right. They believe in themselves and they believe in each other. And that makes them more physical because they walk around with a presence that I'm proud that they earned. You know, we've come a long way from where we started in the fall and we have a long way to go. And I think that there's a lot of maturity in that when they believe in that. Like, OK, we've grown, but we still have to continue to grow every day. And there's not been too many groups I've been around in my 17 years of coaching that can really, take that and truly believe in it. They can say they can believe in it, but for them to really own that and continue to get better, it's just fun to be around, Pep. You know what I mean? And they're a great group of guys. So I hope that they keep on doing it.
Well, Coach, this time of the year, during the spring, during the baseball season, what's it like in the Ermert household? Because I want to give a shout out to your wife, principal at LaSalle Elementary in the Valverde School District. You're a head baseball coach. I would assume, I mean, all year around you guys are busy, but especially this time of the year, and you got 3 little ones. I mean, much sleep? Are you just running around constantly? What's it like right now?
A blessing, by all means. I mean, I don't know a more blessed man in the world. Like you mentioned, my wife, man, she's a principal at elementary school, and she is everything to me, and I'm so proud of her. But she gives me grace because it's tough to be the wife of a head coach and I'm gone a lot and she just is a rock star and she does it and she's my best friend and I'm always going to be so proud of her. And yeah, I got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old and they're all their own personality and I'm so blessed to have them. But it's kind of cool, man, because I look back at it and how many kids get to go out on the field and their dad's the head coach and they get to experience the players and the players bond with them and stuff like that. It's something that I never thought about and something that I will always be grateful for is just the community that they get to be immersed in. But yeah, we're tired and we're blessed by that tiredness. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Coach, there's a lot of kids who, going back to the family dynamic, there's a lot of kids, they get out of school, they go home, they jump on their video games. But it sounds like, man, what a cool experience to have dad as a high school head coach. And, maybe you get out of class and you go straight to the baseball field, whether it's practice or a game, and you're hanging out with some of the varsity guys and maybe playing catch or helping dad rake or whatever, man. But like, what a cool experience, just the family dynamic of that.
It really is. I mean, there's days where, no one can pick up the kids from school. And so I have to go get them and bring them to practice. And they know everybody, all the players by name. And you get to really see who people are when they respond to young kids. When you're like, a kid yourself, you're in high school, you're a young man. And just to see how kind and caring they are towards my young kids and to see that that's who they are as individuals makes me very proud, because being baseball players is great, but being good people and being community people. And that's paramount. That's what it's all about. And I really believe that that's what's going on there and our players buy into it. So like I said, I can't echo enough how proud I am of them for that.
Well, Coach Ermert, I got to run here, but I really do appreciate the time. I think you've got, Moval coming up, I think on Saturday. So hopefully that one will get in. I think there's no rain on the forecast for this later in the week and on the weekend.
Yeah, we got Mobile on Saturday, and so and we got Upland tomorrow. So it's going to be fun, man. But hey, I appreciate what you guys do, and what an honor to be able to be on and talk to you guys, and just very thankful. So keep on doing what you do.
You got it, Coach. That is the head coach of the Riverside Poly Bears, Billy Ermert, here on the Inland Sports Show. Thanks again, Coach. I really appreciate it.
Inland Sports.